Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first Big Brother live stream of this current season of Big Brother. The season has not started yet. The season starts on Wednesday. I'm really excited about that. They dropped all this cast list, and I caught up to it as much as I could, but I brought my panel here to help me with everything that I wasn't able to catch up with. So far, I have a couple of people from my panel. I have three people from my panel. All right. Who do we have here before we start? Hi, DJ. Hi, Lisa. But first, hi, Colleen. Hi, Lewis. Unfortunately, you were the second person to make that joke, Colleen, but still. Who's ready for Big Brother? Okay. Hi, Maya. Top pick is T Core. Okay, so now I'm going to add these people. Now, I'm going to figure this out at some point, but just to make it easier on myself, I unfortunately have to have this panel up so that I can see their names and their faces while I'm talking about them, but you will hear everybody's voices. So welcome to the stage. Oh yeah, let's give the mods a tip for positive comment for sure. We got Lisa. We got Ed. Cass was supposed
Hi.
to be on here, but it's hi Ed. And we got
Yay!
Modcast. Oh, it showed up on the side. Good. So we can actually see the names. That's nice. I think it actually the layout did that for me automatically. Don't make fun of me. But I didn't know it was gonna do the layout so it showed the picture and the faces on the side. But we're here. What's up, Joan Brown?
I'll send the link to my dad right now. I'll ship my
Okay,
message.
everyone. So this is what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna start out. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by asking all of you, what were your thoughts about Big Brother 25? And I'm gonna start with Lisa and go from there. Lisa, Ed, and then Ma. Go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, sorry,
Just a
I'm
quick
getting some
summary.
feedback.
Can you hear
Sorry.
me?
Start. I
Does it
can hear
sound
you
good or
twice.
bad?
I think I need to switch to my headphones. Hold on.
Okay. So
Just a
Ed, you can
second.
go ahead.
Oh, thanks. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you
No.
perfectly.
All right, excellent. So that was the season that Jag won.
The most
And
Yes.
dominant strategic player of all time.
of all time. But anyway,
Wait.
I love that speech, by the way, that he did at the end. Because everyone, I think, the mindset of at least the people I was speaking to anyway, going in to that final tribal was that Matt, the person that was sitting next to Jag at the end, was a shoe-in, was going to win, no questions asked. It was all he had to do was show up, and it was over and done with. And I tasked myself to try to figure out how Jag could have turned it around, or what he could say in the jury to try to convince the jurors that as well as Matt has played, and as much as you like him, this is my game, and this is the game that I played. And he was able to do that. A lot of people don't like Jag. He got voted out early, but I think that he only got voted out early because the power was already known to be there, and it was moot, I guess, is how I would see it. And he did decide to play the power, so I don't think that should be held against him. Uh, as far as entertainment value, I don't think it was very entertaining. It was in the early season, but by the time the jury slipped around, it had kind of tapered off because you could see where it was going. If Jag didn't have safety, he had power, and if he didn't have either one of those, then one of his two allies did. It was very predictable how it was going to go, and he chose the order. I mean, he was of the people in the house, he was the most dominant and the most strategic. He was all of those things. It was unbelievable to see it all go out. And I know that I'm a lone wolf. I might sound like my buddy Cam on or the Prince. If anybody knows him out there, shout out. I might sound like him right now by hyping up
You do.
Jag, but
He's not
You
gonna
do.
that's
like
where
that
I'm
when
coming
he plays
from. I mean,
Jack.
that's what I saw happen, and he won. He told everybody what the deal was. He owned his game at the end. He trashed his boy, and I don't know. And he couldn't, and the other guy couldn't recover. Matt, he couldn't do anything. He was just sitting there with his mouth open. That's all he could do. That's it. Those are my thoughts on 20. I liked it. I thought it was 25. I thought it was fine. I thought the winner was fine. I'd like this one to be better though, because like I said, at the end of the season, it was very predictable. Jag was in complete. He had a complete stranglehold on everything. The last 5, 6, 7 weeks of the game, he had it all. So very predictable, but still okay.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I know a lot of people forget about the beginning of the season is that it was fast and furious. So there was never a dull moment for like the first 2 to 3 weeks of the show. There were so many different alliances. Like Rob has a podcast, and all these guys were making alliance maps because we couldn't keep
Mhm.
track. They were like, "This is the person that's going out for sure," and then they would be like, "Oh, we got this new plan." And I would get headaches because I would take an hour break and be like, what happened here? So the beginning of the season was like really exciting and fast paced. And then they were so burnt out at the end. Like watching the final five for me was just insufferable. so I mean I agree with you to an extent, Ed, that Jag did play the best out of who was there, and he played the hardest for sure. The last several competitions seemed to be really physical based. So it was just like Jag and Matt, HOH and POV. So it was like we knew that nobody else was gonna win those things, and that kind of made it boring at the end. And then Matt was kind of there to hang with the bro too. So when we got to the end, he's like, "We did this together. It was nobody was in charge. We did this as friends, and we held hands and ran through the tape through the finish line together." And Jag was like, "No, I was the dominant one. He was following behind me the whole time like a little puppy dog." Like his speech was just as bad as it was like he gave a big brother speech and Matt did not, because Matt didn't really know the show like that. But it is what it is. I like your analysis there, Ed. It was very deep of a breakdown.
Oh, I
So
thought it was weird, but
yeah,
go ahead.
you good now, Lisa?
Yep, all good.
You have 1 minute because Ed ate up all the time.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
can I-
know I'm terrible. Sorry.
Wait, I gotta
No.
start the timer.
It's okay. I'll take 30 seconds. That's it.
Wait, I gotta start the timer. I gotta start it.
Start the timer.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I think first of all, I'd like to thank everybody who was there watching it with me. No, okay.
That
I
was a
think,
BB Can speech.
yeah, right. No, I think, like Ed said, it was fine. Like Mark said, it was insufferable, and I was just super underwhelmed by the quarter of a century season that kind of fell flat. So that's all.
Hey, you made 29 seconds. It was 29.93. You like
Yeah.
almost got it nailed.
What can I say?
Years of watching Arissa be like, "You got 15 seconds, go."
Practicing my final two speech. Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, Ma. What did you think of S25?
Well, you guys already said most of pretty much everything, but I mean, I liked seeing Suri there, even though she's not, even if she wasn't as great as Big Brother as she was on Survivor. Just to see her once again. I still remember that first night. Like I could not stop thinking. My jaw was like glued to the floor for like 5 hours straight. And oh yeah, go support Bowie Jane's new remixes. No, I really can't. I really hate. Um, Ed was talking about in Cliff's Live the luck based comps, and I completely forgot. But I remember when like Blue won one singular luck based comp, and she was like a comp beast all of a sudden. I
Yes.
remember
Yeah.
like how everybody was all of a sudden a goddamn comp beast after winning a singular comp, and I'm like, no, no, and
That was so annoying.
yeah, it was annoying. But I guess like I guess now that like once Cam was gone and like and since Jag couldn't be a target anymore, I guess they had to like start accusing other people. I don't know. That season was weird and it didn't make sense. And it hurt my head. And I mean, at least there's a community. Even the thing about Big Brother is that even if like it's a crap season, I want to use a different word other than crap, but I think I'd probably get kicked off. Even if it's a crap season, like at least you have a community to make fun of it. It's not like
Yeah.
Survivor where there's like
Yeah.
one episode per week. It's like a 24/7, like you get there's always something to talk about every single hour, and that's the beauty of Big Brother versus like Survivor and Amazing Race or The Challenge or whatnot.
Anything else? Yeah.
That actually just reminded me of when they were like, Mimi finished second in that competition. She's a comp beast.
Yeah, yeah, that too.
What?
Like placements don't like placements all of a sudden matter like in individual competitions for some reason.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if
They
you
were
didn't win, you
the
didn't
other
win.
and the
Go
other thing
ahead.
is they were throwing so much. And then I saw in the off season when they were talking about it, they admitted it. Like so many of them were just throwing the competitions because they did not want to be the ones in charge. So then it was like Cam wanted to win, Jared wanted to win. All the people who wanted to win were just competing against each other, and there was only a handful of them.
Mhm.
So it was really annoying.
Oh
But I
god,
agree
I
with
need
what
this
you
one
said
more.
there, Ma. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So are you good, Cass? Wash?
Yeah. Can you
Wash?
hear
Cass
me?
wash?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. What you want, Mark?
Just
Start singing Countdown. Start singing Countdown. No, don't. There's a lot of other people here. You might scare the new fans off. Um,
so since you haven't been listening, we are all recapping a short synopsis of BB25 and what we thought of it. Like, what did you think of the season?
Oh my god. My therapist told me not to talk about
It's my
traumatic
therapist.
experience.
As soon as you started with
How
my
bad was it,
therapist,
Cass?
100 Days of Darkness.
she was sent to a psych ward after the season finished. She
It's
doesn't want to
awful.
admit it though.
Ugh,
She was sent to a
No.
buddy.
psych ward.
No. Oh
there
my
is
god.
Tasha.
Did you
That
like
that is
anyone
something
on the
I
cast?
Yeah, there was a lot of people I liked. Of course, Suri, but oh my gosh, it's like so many interesting people went out so early,
Yeah, like
and
Yeah,
then
Izzy,
that's true.
yeah,
Mhm.
the people
Izzy,
that were trying
me.
to play. Yeah,
yeah, and
Yes.
I just kept getting so frustrated, like over and over
Izzy,
again. It's like everything
Izzy,
I wanted them
Riley
to do and things that I wanted to happen never would.
Mhm.
is the opposite.
Yeah,
The
We had
season.
like, yeah,
I was gonna say the season was so fun before Zombie Week, and then like after that, the entire
yeah,
season just felt like
It
yeah,
came
yeah.
to a
I
halt.
Zombie month.
All the momentum was gone at that week.
yeah,
You're exactly right.
They called
that
they
week was
called
like
Zombie Week
Groundhog's
for a
Day.
reason.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
you had a amazing sandwich, and then somebody just came and took a dump on it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Cass usually has these amazing illustrations, but this one fell flat. It started
Well,
off really good though.
I can't say certain things. I don't think.
Oh, I guess it would sound funny with the cursing, right?
Yeah, I have to say a dump. I don't even talk like that.
Just you.
Okay, so now that was what everybody thought of last season. So we're gonna start with each of these people here. So I had Lisa. Can you help me with this part?
Okay, so where do you want to
So
start? Anybody?
we're gonna start with top left and go left to right from
Okay,
Okay,
Angela.
so that's Angela.
Why she
Okay,
only asked Lisa?
Angela.
so I just made a few notes in my notebook, as everybody knows. So I have here, Angela says that she's good at reading face. Oh, sorry, she's 50 from Utah and a real estate agent. She's good at reading faces to scheme the schemers. She's going to play and be as much of herself as she can, caring, a big mouth, opinionated, and trusting. But she says that people shouldn't trust her because as much of she lives a really high moral life, she's going to leave those at the door on the way in. And a funny thing about her that I noticed, she wanted to focus on the fact that she's never done any overnight camps or sleepovers or any experience away at college. So this is all going to be brand new to her, and she's there to win. She says
You know what I found funny too is that she said in there that she's fun and she loves to party. She said that too.
she
I
did, yeah,
caught that while I was looking at the file.
she did.
So I'm gonna start with you, Cass. What do you think of Angela? How do you think Angela's gonna do in this game?
I mean, I think she might go out early or something. Uh, she said
I mean, look at her.
she really wasn't giving much. She said she never been to a sleepover or camp, and I'm like, who cares?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh,
She is not going far. She's not like I don't think she's
wow.
gonna get like first boot or anything, but like
Yeah.
she's definitely not making. See, even Colleen agrees up here. Like she's not
No
making it that
chance.
far. I'm sorry, she's just not.
That even Colleen agreed.
Yeah, she just wants like social interactions with people and to
And
live with
Tasha
people.
agrees.
I'm
Tasha
like,
agrees.
Now,
yeah.
if you
Literally
take like
everybody agrees. We're all on the same page.
if you take like a Karen from BB Canada, who
I was
is the
thinking of
same
her.
age, a real estate agent, and a similar kind of vibe, she ended up making it all the way to the end.
She did, but I don't know. It's like I felt like it was such a different circumstance for her.
That's
Like
true.
Yeah.
everyone was kind of coming at each other, and they're like, "We can get Karen later," and
Yeah,
then somehow she
yeah.
just ended up in
Right.
final.
And she just mommed everyone in like a sarcastic mom kind of way. So they didn't really feel like she was threatening, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really give Big Brother player to me. Like if she made it far, it would feel like it was just because they let her make it that far and they put her on an island type of thing, like sometimes how they tend to do. But she seems to be nice. It could be somebody who's like, oh yeah, she's everyone's mom. You know how they did with Sari early on before they turned on her? Could be something like that. Ed, what do you think?
As far as Angela goes, I did see a video before I started this so I could get familiar with the cast. And from what I remember of seeing that is that she is an older woman. I think she's the oldest woman on the cast,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I would think that she would, if she has any chance of making it at all, she would have to play that house mother type of role. Even if she's not wanting to do it, she would have to play that role. Her
Oh, second
children,
oldest, by the way, Ed.
second oldest, excuse
Yeah,
me.
but go ahead.
Uh, uh, her children are around the age of the 20 somethings that are going to be in the house. I think that she's going to be able to relate to the 30 somethings. I think there's like four women that are in their 30 somethings that are, and they all look to be okay. You know, as far as coming together, I think they'd have to have a woman's alliance or an older, a senior alliance for her to do well. There was a particular other cast member that was looking for a mother figure that could keep her safe. Uh, but she looks kind of off-putting to me. I mean, it's just like if I had to cast a character for someone to be that, I don't know what that boss at your work or something, right? That's who it would be. That's like the female Lumberg, or it could be.
Did
I
you say
guess.
Lumber? Like Bill Lumber?
Like the Belina Lumberg.
Oh, you don't know what? Not everybody's gonna get that reference, but I appreciate you referencing that movie.
Yeah, trying. But that's where I'm coming from with that. She would either have to get into an alliance quickly, and it would be either a woman alliance or a senior alliance, or she's gone. Yeah, I don't think people are going to gravitate to her too well. They might look at her as someone to bring to the end. I agree with on that end of it. Or she might not be worth the trouble of bringing to the end and just cut her short. I'd have to see her dynamic with the rest of the cast. Just from her clip that I saw, I couldn't get enough information, but I think that she has the desire to want to get along and to be friendly and to do these types of things. But the way she described herself was she claimed to be a people person, but she claimed to be emotional with a big mouth. And that that's hard to overcome in the Big Brother house. Why not put you out? You're not worth it. You're not going to win any comps or anything like that. But that could be a reason to pull her along. So I'd have to see how she works with the other people. But my initial impression is that she's probably pre-jury.
Got you.
They're not going to want to put up with her.
And Ma, what do you think? What do you think of Angela?
Well, how do you expect me to talk after Ed literally just said everything?
Oh, well.
What can I say that Ed already hasn't said?
Ed is probably like a super student in school. We just don't know it.
Well, Ed told me he got perfect grades in school. So
I'm not surprised at all. That does not surprise me.
Well, not truly. Homework was not good for me. I didn't do homework a lot. Anyway.
Okay.
Ma, you had something to say? No?
Well, I was going to say something, but then you took everything I already was going to say. I think we should probably let Ed talk last since he has something to say.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
I know you like to talk. I'm not faulting you for it. It's just, it's probably like the best. I'm not trying to insult you. It's just probably like, since you probably have the most to say about like all these house guests, because I remember when you used to like analyze everything. You're an analyst, so like you probably probably should go last.
It is a Tyrann.
I wouldn't mind going last. You're exactly. That's a good suggestion. Thank you.
There you go. We'll rotate.
Oh, yeah. Who was it? Oh, that was Lisa. Okay, so now we're on Brooklyn. What do you got for us, Lisa, on Brooklyn?
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Brooklyn.
Kind of look like
Brooklyn.
Okay, so we have Brooklyn. She's 34 years old. She is from Dallas and a business administrator and a married mother, as she reminds us about 12 times. She says she does nothing half-assed. She uses deep conversations and her people skills to connect with all the players. And she does say that she wants to connect with all the players. And then she'll use it all against them. So there's that. She also says she's sassy, classy, and a little badassy, which I like.
I do.
And she's a control freak type A personality, which doesn't usually go well in a group of 16 people. But
agreed.
And she's a fan of the show, and she says it's always been a dream of hers to be on Big Brother. So that's cool. Maybe kind of a big fan. And she says she wants to play because she's sick of watching people who can't win. So it's her turn.
I always think they can do it better.
Right?
Yep.
Easier from the couch. Always easier from the couch. But she says she's sweet and fiery. So that's it.
This is a real, everything here contradicted itself.
It did.
Sweet
exactly.
and fiery. Sassy and classy and badassy. But does
I like that though. Yeah, that was good.
She's going to be a good floater.
Conversation and people skills to connect with players and will use it against them. So manipulative. Okay.
Hmm.
What do y'all think? Okay, let me start with Ma this time, since Ma didn't get to express herself in the last round.
I would like to give Colleen a shout out. She says Brooklyn looks like a wannabe Miss America contestant, and I totally agree. Um, yeah, I initially thought she was a recruit because she kind of looks like one.
I
Like,
agree.
like
She
you,
does.
if you pay attention, if you see like people from like major cities like Los Angeles or Miami, those tend to be the people who are recruits because
Hmm.
that's where they start scouting for people. But like, I don't know. I was listening to what Lisa was describing. I was like, okay, well maybe she actually has watched the show and maybe actually is knows what she's doing, but a little bit too cocky. But I mean, you gotta have some cockiness to play this game.
You
I'd
do.
rather have
True.
somebody be cocky than be like self doubting. So I mean, at least there's that. I don't know. I don't know where she's going to end up, but I do think she's going to have some sort of alliance. She definitely looks like she's gonna like be the starting member of an alliance rather than like getting pulled in from some.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see her being like, let me corral the troops and figure out who I want to have on my squad type thing versus
Yeah.
sitting back. I don't see her as a sit back type.
That was a good catch.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cass?
Um, well, with her little comment about being sassy, classy, girl, whatever, you stole my whole flow. I will be sending her a cease and desist letter. Um, yeah, and
I'm
then
digging it.
she said she's like a type A person and is like a perfectionist. I noted, and I'm like, I don't know why people like that even go into that kind of environment because I'm like, it's
You
very
can't.
nasty
Yeah,
and
it's
like you're
too
gonna go
hard.
crazy in there. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't think too much of her. You know,
Wow, Cass, harsh so far.
you know.
Simon Cowell of the group.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Cass, did you have it trademarked? Did you have your sassy assy Cassie trademarked?
Yes, that's
Yes.
Okay.
true.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah, yes I do.
Well, you should start getting a
Then you
lawyer.
need to start suing me. Yeah, a lot of people would be
Gotta
giving you
go.
money right
The
now.
the letter's going out to her in Brooklyn immediately.
Don't live in Brooklyn. She lives in Dallas.
Oh wait, oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I
in
know. She's
Dallas.
trying to throw us off by her name alone. That's gonna say something.
Yeah.
Yes. What you got, Ed?
Well, I mean, Brooklyn Rivera, 34 years old.
Uh-huh.
Her whole thing was like what Lisa said, being the married mother. She wants to be the first married mother to win Big Brother.
Married mother.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's the
Quite a way to,
distinctions, right?
quite a way to phrase everything.
Exactly right. It's very exact.
Not like
I
wife
guess.
and mother, but like married mother
Yeah,
specifically.
it's very specific. There you go. Thank you. I think that she's a girl power type. Yes, I think she's the type that would her type A would make her like Ma said would make her want to be the leader of the or corral the troops or pick her team, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has the personality to pull it off though. I mean, I'm looking at the
That's a
rest
good
of the
question.
cast and from what I know of it, and I don't know if they would gravitate to her or not. I mean, she seems cool and she seems hip and all this other stuff. She's 34. There's a lot of people in her age range on this cast. They should
True.
they should be able to relate in a lot of different ways. Uh, she's got style. I mean, look at her dress there for the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that she would be rubbing people the wrong way. I think she might be another early boot, but also at the same time, she's also the type that could rally the a couple of these other girls up on the bottom row here together and really make a strong alliance. If she can keep them like Maggie style, right? If she can keep them under her fist. I don't, and she has that kind of personality, it seems like, or that's the vibe I got, but I don't know if she can execute it because I don't think her social game is as good as she thinks it is. Just from the interview, that's kind of where I'm at with her. She might make it to jury. She's like one of those. She's on the cusp, right? One of the last non-jurors or one of the first jurors, like right in that area there, wherever that is.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So the next person we got here, we got a Cam on the line.
I like
Not
him.
the Cam that we know from the channel, but a Cam that is on Big Brother 26.
So I have some
What you got, Lisa?
interesting notes here. I have Riz, suave, competitive, good vibes. Big alliance with older players because they're better. Riz, and secret smart strategy.
Riz.
Riz. He's excited to meet new people and excited to compete. And he says his BB, one of the things on his BB bucket list, the top thing is getting slimy or dirty in a competition.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Riz and Slimy? I think this is our Cam. I think it is. and it says Bowie underneath it, and Cam's a huge Bowie Jane fan.
Yeah, his 3 days off were probably some sequester thing he had to do.
I knew it.
Oh my god. And he's 25?
Oh yeah, sorry. He's 25 and he's from Maryland and a physical therapist. So he's gonna
Cam's not
shock
25
everybody.
yet, but he probably rounded his age up.
Oh god.
Ma, what do you think of Cam?
Which one? No, I'm kidding. I think this guy's gonna make it very far because he's got the Riz.
He's got the Riz.
Yeah, you got the Riz. He's definitely gonna make it far. But all jokes aside, I do think he is going to probably be a top 5. My top 5. I'm going to be crazy and start picking out my top 5. I think in no particular order. I think the top 5 is going to be Cam, Cedric. Let's see here. T-Core. There's somebody else. Did I say Kenny? Yeah, I think Kenny. And there's somebody else. I think. And Tucker. That's the final 5 right there. That's my final 5 prediction.
Interesting. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Is Cam single?
Why do you want to know?
No, I'm just asking because that definitely impacts what happens in the game.
He didn't
Whether
say.
they are.
But
I don't know. All I know about him is that he's a physical therapist, which fun occupation, very fun occupation.
Because if he's like Xavier, it would be different than if he's like I don't know, somebody like a Swaggy C. I don't know. They're 2 different players.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I see Swaggy in him though.
Oh no.
She's like, oh no.
Is Kenny single? Why do you want to know, Tasha? Why are you?
Actually, that's the funny thing about these bios. They didn't really talk about.
Say.
They didn't talk about if they're hiding their jobs or not. They didn't talk about if they're going for a showmance or not. Like these weren't the typical bios we get. These are like just 3 questions.
Or 45 or 34.
I mean,
very structured.
Most of these people don't have like lawyers. Like I see it like for the past like 5 or more years, we've always gotten like a lawyer type, and I don't see that. I see like tech sales representative, like cocktail server, bartender. I see more typical jobs this year, and maybe they were always typical jobs, but they were always outshadowed by like 300 lawyers in the cast.
Yes. It was so stereotypical. Like, we got to get a lawyer on here.
Yeah, it's like checking off a box.
Senior man.
The senior man.
The only thing here is like the cop. That's like and maybe the construction worker. Those are only like the kind of jobs that like I would see. Like maybe you gotta hide that. There's also a former Marine in here, which I think is like the youngest one. I think The youngest one's already a Marine. Like, he's a Marine
Yeah,
and he's
Cedric.
on reality TV, and he's only 2 years older than me. So clearly, he
Mhm.
has his life more together
That's
than me.
crazy. Yeah, former
And he's,
Marine. That's wow. He did that
yeah.
early.
Well, he's up
Um,
next.
he's up next.
Oh yeah, I probably
Mhm.
should have like waited to say that.
No, good segue, if you don't mind, Mark.
Yeah, that's okay. Go into Cedric.
Wait. I didn't get to say what I
Oh,
wanted to
sorry,
say about
Cass.
Cedric.
Oopsies.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay. It's really fast. I just wanted to say that he's beautiful.
Of course, there
Okay,
it
that.
is.
Well, you
Okay,
made a
now we
Oh,
stop
can move
and
on.
pause for that. We're skipping your
Oh,
turn next time.
let me just add that into my notes here.
you just got the
Okay.
skip Uno card.
Yeah.
Draw four.
Okay, so here we go with Cedric. Yeah, he's 21 from Idaho, a former Marine, like you said. He said he's a big people person. He's super excited not just to make relationships in the house, but to make lasting relationships that'll extend outside the house. Who knows how that's gonna go? He says he's going to be super observant and analytical, and he's ready to evolve his strategy as the game goes on, which is good and kind of generic. He says that he likes the idea that at face value, people are going to judge him in a negative way and they won't like him right away, but he gets the opportunity to win them over and turn that around. And that's all I got.
Okay. Ed, what do you think of Cedric?
I like him.
First one that
I,
you liked. Okay. Tell us
I think
why.
he's. I like Cameron too. I think that
Oh, okay.
he was going to go. I think I agreed with Maud that he's going to go far in the game. Uh, I think that he's going to personality with everybody. But back to Kendrick then. I think that he's going to be everybody's little brother. He's going to be that. He's going to be that guy. I don't. Is he showman's material with this cast? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think any of the women on the cast are going to just see him as a 21-year-old. There's other options out there. So I don't think he has that in his bag for this game. I like the fact though that he is a former Marine. Even if you don't like the military, that still is a discipline. It teaches you how to,
Mhm.
see the world in a different way, and that can be applied to the game. I think that he has a good attitude. He was energetic. He was he had an analytical mind. I think that he wants to uh, play the game in a way. I don't know if did you mention, Lisa, if he was a fan of Big Brother or not, or if he's a recruit of some kind.
That was it wasn't clear to me in my notes, but maybe it was
Okay,
and I missed it. I could have
no,
missed
no,
it.
I don't remember quite either. But I don't. Just from what I do remember, I think he's a recruit. Uh,
He
that might
sounded
work.
recruitish.
Yeah, that might work in his favor, I guess. Especially I don't. I'd like to see who he jams with. I'd like to see who he hangs with.
Yeah.
I think that's going to mean a lot here. Does he hang with the old crowd and adopt them as parents or whatever, or does he bro out? Is he one of the bros to bro out with? I don't know where he's going in the game yet. I'd like to see it though. I think he's going to play it wise. I think he's wise beyond his years. I think he's going to play the age thing though to his favor if he can. Uh, that's where I see him. I think he'll go far too. I think he's in the. No, actually, I don't. I think they're gonna. I think they might. If they don't join up, Cameron and Cedric, if they don't become something together, I think they will oppose each other. That's just something to put out there, and let's see if it plays out or not.
I tend to think that somebody with a military background would have a somewhat of a hard time in a Big Brother house, just because
Mhm.
it's so like disorganized and random.
Mhm.
And then like the rooms, you look at how they keep their rooms and how everything is really messy, and you're used to like having somebody in charge, and then people kind of follow behind, and I don't know, it could go either way. Like there's
I,
multiple things. I think it can be an
Yeah.
advantage or a disadvantage.
I think he's 21 and he's not. Though a Marine, he's not so regimented that he's like neurotic or anything. I think that
Yeah.
he'll. I understand what you're saying though, because I would freak out, right? But uh, I would. I just know it. I would
I
never
would
play this
too.
game. But
But you're right, his
but
youth
that
could be in his
but
favor.
but I think that would be in his favor. He doesn't know enough yet to know enough, right? He doesn't know
Right.
enough not to know.
Yeah,
I
and
think
he's
he
not
could I
just,
think yeah.
no, I was just going to add, he's not only is he only 21 years old, but he also looks 17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks like a
He might
young
charm
21.
he might be charming to them.
Yeah.
You gotta get that Riz. He's got
I
the
want to take him
Riz.
in like my little brother.
So does
You know, that
anybody
kind of
see
thing.
him with a showmance? Then is he a showmance
No.
type
The
with
only
this
Not
man?
really. I don't,
the only man I see with a showmance is Matt. That's the only guy I see with a showmance.
Matt is
Okay.
like Brett-ish.
What if he shaves the mustache? What about what's his name?
Oh,
If he
No,
God.
shaves his mustache?
Joseph is going to be the first boot. He's going to be the first boot. Okay. He's
Okay,
gonna be the
what?
first-
Stop it, bro. Let's go. Next,
Okay,
or whoever's next.
we're gonna move on to Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay, I've got Chelsea, 27 years old from California. She's a nonprofit director. She says she's a super fan. She's been watching with her whole family every summer around on the couch.
I like that.
She's crazy, fun, ratchet, righteous,
Yeah.
Ooh,
a whole mix. She
It up.
says she's got a great social game and she's super competitive. And she's also going to go forward with a smart strategy. She's going to befriend everyone. She wants to connect with everybody. She wants everybody to trust her. And she wants to form alliances in the game, but she's more excited for the comps. And if she has to be, she'll be a little bit manipulative, but she wants to try not to be.
Rachel
Um,
Riley.
Cass, do you like this one?
Yeah, I thought she seemed cool.
Man, you are rough tonight.
Well, I'm
That's the
not.
best answer you've given.
I'm not.
He's alright.
No, she seems enthusiastic. She says she's a super fan, so I think she'll do all right. You know, yeah.
The most
sounds good.
exciting thing you said tonight was like, Cam is pretty.
I didn't say pretty. I said beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. My bad.
Yeah,
Look
get
at
her
you
brain
trying to
work.
downplay his looks. You're a hater.
Damn.
Okay, so Ma, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't I don't really know where she's gonna play. She's kind of a wild card to me. I don't think she's gonna go out super early. I think she's gonna go out like middle of the pack. I don't see her making like the finals. She might win a comp here or there, but like I don't think she's gonna do like anything too interesting or like memorable. Like I feel like she'll probably be one of the more forgotten house guests this season. And I feel bad for saying that,
Oh.
but like I don't know. I just go off of general vibes and what I've seen of them, and she didn't really stick out to me from what I've seen so far. So she does have a
Fair.
weirdly spelled name though.
That is fair. So I want to go to Joseph, and after you give your summary, I'm going to start with Ed here. I'd really like to hear what Ed thinks of Joseph from Tampa.
Okay.
By the way.
Oh wait, Tampa. That's where Ed's from. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
isn't
It's
that
Ed's
something?
cousin.
I'm
Y'all
sorry,
didn't know?
I should have looked at that one.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, so we've got Joseph, 30 years old from Tampa. He is a video store clerk and he has a wicked mustache. He says he wants to downplay his abilities and stay subtle. He says he wants to lay low at first, and he won't advertise to anyone that he's a fan of the show. He wants to use honesty as one of his big tools,
Ugh.
and he doesn't want to play scared like most people or everyone in last season. And he's excited to soak up his alone time moments, which was cool to hear. That was his favorite part about going in the show onto the show is the moments when he's in the backyard alone, or the moments when he's just cooking something in the kitchen, and he wants to soak up the experience. He says that he's a funny guy and he doesn't take life too seriously, so he kind of wants to ride in the middle of the pack until he has to play.
Okay,
Alright,
so
Molly,
Ed,
just what Cliff said.
it's on you, Ed.
How are we looking at this game? Are we looking at it as this is someone who's going to win the game, or is it this is someone that I'm going to remember as a player?
He is the first boot. I'm marking my words. That is the first boot.
I so disagree with you. It's ridiculous. I think
I
this
am going
guy.
to fight you.
I think this
Fight.
guy is destined. Is absolutely, especially if he shaves that fucking mustache. Excuse me. If he shaves that. If he shaves that mustache at some point during the season,
No,
then he's going to win this game if he does it.
Patrick,
won't.
get out of here. Ed's
He
swearing.
won't. He won't. So he'll make it to final
Just
four,
gotta
I
win.
guess.
No, he won't.
I'm telling you.
No, he won't.
I like everything about him except his mustache. I even like his clothes. Look at his shirt.
yeah.
Look
You
at his
just like
hair.
him. You just like him because he's from Tampa and he's a video store
That's
owner.
true. He knows him. Ed knows him.
Right.
Bro,
that's his
I
friend.
do know him.
Yeah.
He's like, I went to his
Quiet.
video store last week.
Joseph. He owns a video store in Tampa in 2024.
Mhm.
No, he doesn't own it. He's a clerk in one. Excuse
Whatever.
me.
You know, I can make up whatever I want. I don't care. He's
Yeah, he's
first
a
boot
clerk
anyway.
in
It
one.
doesn't matter.
I have a membership to that video store.
Would you like to prove it?
I have to return some videotapes.
But
Show us the card.
can I just throw something in here about Joseph? Like talking about this
Sure.
video store clerk thing. I was thinking about it before. I think maybe the rest of the cast is gonna like Donnie him. Even if he
Absolutely.
tells
Oh, yeah.
everybody that
Who's
he
going to believe that shit? Who
right?
would?
And
They're
he's
gonna be like,
he's really intelligent. So the second they say, "Oh, what do you do?" in their little circle of friends meeting, "What do you do for a living?" "Oh, I work at a video store." No one's gonna believe
Bullshit,
it.
bro.
No one's gonna believe it.
He should
Oh,
tell him
wow.
he's
Oh, wow.
a sheriff or something, you know,
oh
or,
no.
or a porn
Oh,
star.
an adult video store. Okay, maybe that. Maybe.
Did you say porn star?
No,
Okay.
I said pawn star. He's,
Oh,
you know,
my
like one of
bad.
the-
That was Lewis.
I'll get kicked
Lewis.
out. Sorry.
Anyway, I like him. I think he's going to go far in this game. I think that he's going to team up with. I think that he is going to be one of the brosters, and he's not going to want to be. He's going to be with Matt. He's going to be with Tucker. He's going to be with Cam, and he's going to be with Cedric. They're all going to fucking bro out. Excuse me, effing bro out together.
Sorry,
Sorry,
this guy
Ed,
making you
stop
so passionate,
cussing.
Ed. You weren't even close to this until you got here. This
I
is
didn't
your
wanna-
winner pick, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he's not my winner pick because he's not going to
Final
shave his
two.
mustache. But if they end up shaving his mustache, or he ends up doing it himself on a dare or something, or winning a veto
Maybe.
by shaving that mustache, he's winning this game. I'm telling you, I'm
He
calling
is
it right
not. He is
now.
not.
If that thing is gone, he's winning this game.
But
Cass.
what if it doesn't? What if
Cass,
it's
Then
we
he's
need a
not
tiebreaker
winning.
here. We have a big argument and we need a tiebreaker, Cass.
Yeah.
So what
What?
do you
What?
think? Do you think he's good or do you think he's not going to be good?
yeah,
Well,
Cass?
if you thought I was Simon before, I didn't write anything down for him because I fell asleep while he was talking.
Oh,
She got bored with her ADHD.
yeah.
Or
Not
we
enough
supposed to be
brain.
writing things
I
We're
feel
both
down?
like-
going to be
I feel
eating
like-
ass.
I feel like he's gonna probably go far just because I
No,
don't want him
he's
to.
not.
Just 'cause
Say
that's
it
how the
again, Cass, for
universe
the people in the
works.
back. Say it again, please.
No.
He's gonna go far just because I
No.
don't want him to. Just like
Okay.
Jag.
It's like you're
Oh, yeah.
double siding it. Okay.
Okay, he's not going to go far. He's going to be the first boot,
I mean,
okay?
if he does really good, like I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm like, okay, like but
Yeah, because you'll
We need to do our
recognize.
draft.
yeah,
We need to
but
do
I'm
our
just like,
draft instead of this the fair way.
yeah.
Right.
So moving on to Kenny.
Okay, Kenny,
Kenny!
52 years old from Boston. He is a former undercover cop. He says he's going in with a complex strategy. He's a big fan of the game. I don't know what
Big
that
fan.
means. He says he wants to ride in the middle of the pack at first. He's good at reading people. He's persuasive. He's manipulative. He's going to wait for people's real feelings to come out after a few weeks and then amp up his strategy to really feel out who these people are. He wants to get into an alliance, and he said he will not play an honest game. He's just going to be straight up in there to win it. But he also mentioned something about being social and unsocial at the same time. I think I can relate to that. Depending on the setting, you're either like leader of the pack or a fly on the wall. So that's cool. And he likes to joke and party and say things that make people wonder if he's serious or not. So who knows? But he is the oldest one in the house, too.
Yeah.
The oldest
Okay, so I'm
person.
gonna start with you for this one, Ma.
He's the winner. He's going to be the winner. He's my winner's pick. Also, you spelled Kenny wrong.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's going to win. And you spelled his name
I like
wrong.
him.
You can't
Yes,
blame me because I
please.
didn't make this graphic.
Oh, no. I can't make fun of you for it now. Ugh.
How's it spelled?
It has
I-E?
an extra E before the Y.
Kenny.
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 Nay.
Kenny.
Kenny.
So excited to hear his thoughts
He's
on
gonna
that.
win just for that name.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he had like a very detailed strategy. Like almost everybody else said, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
like
gonna
him.
play a social
Ed-like.
game, go under the radar." Like they gave like one or two lines, but this guy was like really specific. Like he actually had a thought out plan, like not just overall, but like throughout the game. Like in the beginning, I'll do this, and like as the game progresses, like I'm not just saying that to say that. Okay, maybe he won't win, but if he doesn't win, he's definitely got to go far. I mean, he's an undercover cop, and he's got a plan for this game. And it's about time an old guy wins Big Brother. Okay, well,
Yeah,
not old.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do y'all agree with Cliff vibes? That's what Lewis
Yes.
said. Cliff notes. Shout out to Cliff.
Yeah.
That's
Cliff.
Dusty Cliff.
Dusty.
Number one pick
Besties.
for
He's
D.
my number one. D agrees with me. D agrees
Kevin
with
from
me.
BB Can 10. Really?
Oh, yeah, Kevin.
Seasoned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tasha. He's seasoned, not old. That's my bad. Okay. You're not
Seasoned.
old until you are over Colleen's age. That's the barrier. Unless you're Mark, then you're always old. Mark is old.
What do you think of Kenny Cass?
I like Kenny. I agree with what Ma was talking
You
about.
took notes for him?
Well, okay, so
Well,
one thing I'm wondering is because he's an undercover cop. So I would imagine that he probably doesn't want to tell people that because people are always like, "Oh my god, blah blah blah." But I'm like,
this will get shanked.
for me,
No.
I knew
That- 500 buns.
That I was the one who ruined our no insight jokes thing, but that's a 60 days in reference.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because I've been watching so much of that, but I knew he was a cop immediately when I looked at him.
You know what?
He looks like a cop.
I said he wasn't gonna go far, and then when you all started talking about everything he said, I was like, wait, it's because I've been watching 60 Days In. And when you're a
Yeah.
cop on 60 Days In,
You
they're
guys-
like,
That's why I didn't write anything. I'm like, this guy's a
They're like,
cop.
my life could potentially be in danger if I blow my
Right.
cover.
Mhm. Well, I think he could pull off gym teacher too. So I don't know.
Yeah, just have
He
a
could.
fake
Yeah,
profession.
he has
you
to
know?
like he needs to play into it. He can't be like
As long as he's
moving
not
like
too
a cop.
serious.
This
Yeah.
guy has first HOH written all over him.
He
Yeah.
does. He does. I could see
Well,
that.
I don't know if he might be one of the people to like purposely throw it if he's able to throw it, because I mean he is old, but like
He's the oldest person in the house.
he's a not
He's
old.
going for it. He's going
But-
for it.
I mean, yeah, even if he does go for it, I mean, I don't know, but like he did say he wants to like start out a little bit low and then go on, but maybe I mean he did say you guys are saying that he is like Cliff, and I agree, and Cliff says that like he never threw that, like he's always gonna gun for it. I mean, this guy probably might have the same
Mhm.
vibe about him, so
He's in better shape than Cliff was also, even though he might be.
are you calling Cliff fat?
No, I'm talking about then. Cliff then.
I'm
And
telling
then-
Cliff when I go on
And then this guy
next
now.
Monday.
This guy's in better shape than Cliff was then. And Cliff did fantastic in the game.
Well, do you think Cliff is gonna? Do you think he's gonna twerk on television? Like, I'm sorry, I should shut my mouth. I'm muting my
No,
mouth.
I like Kenny also. I like everybody else. I like Kenny. I think that he's one of those ones though that's either, because you were talking about the first boot. This guy is either the first boot because everybody's like, I don't want to be around cops because I don't like cops, and you look like a cop and you're telling me you're a cop, and I'd rather be not playing with you. I think it's going to be either like that, or it's going to be, that he does what he says he's going to do. He's going to manipulate people. He's going to charm them. He's going to be, make the old alliance to me.
Well, if you pay attention to previous seasons, like the old guy either is like the first boot, like Steve and BB, I think 20, or like Glenn and BB 18, or
Right.
or they're like, or they go far, like Jerry from BB 10, or
Yeah.
Kevin BB 19,
Jerry,
or the
okay.
iconic Cliff Hogg. I like
I
the
thought
old
Jerry was
guys
gonna have
either
a heart
go
attack.
like first or they go like far.
Yeah, but I don't
I
see
remember-
him as
I
the
remember-
type to be dragged. You know what I mean? He's
No,
not a
he-
drag.
Yeah, he's
No,
not a Jerry.
No, he's not gonna
Yeah.
be dragged. I think he's gonna like. I don't think people are going to. I mean, he might like. I mean,
He's going to upset people. He's going to upset people.
I mean, maybe people will like use his age to like feel sorry for him, and he take advantage to that. But like, I don't
Yeah, but
think
he
he's
won't
just
play
gonna
into it.
like use like just slip by and like have people be sympathetic.
They
for
can't.
him.
They
No.
can't treat him like a mama. They can't treat him like a Mama Faye, where they're like,
He's-
"Oh yeah,
too
we get to just
overbearing.
drag him the final 5."
No.
He might
He's
just
too
mess around
assertive
and
and
just whoop
overbearing.
them.
There's no way.
No.
Nobody's going to look at him like that. They're going to get rid of him,
I think
but he's going to have to surround himself with some people quickly. That's the only way. He's going to have to
No.
merge with the older people. I don't
I'm
see
very
any.
glad that you guys agree with me in the chat. Thank you all. I appreciate that.
All right, so that's Kenny. I think he's going to do well
Okay,
too.
Lisa, let's move on.
Okay.
We'll get booted first.
Chemo's next.
Chemo.
So we have
Heck
Chemo, 35 years old from Hawaii.
boy.
He is a mattress sales rep. I have my first note about him is happy in all capital letters. He's has
Mhm.
so much big energy. He's a big fan of the game. He's all about good energy, positive vibes. He wants to use his happiness, his aloha, to win everybody over. His strategy is to go in and adapt. That's all he can do because the game's constantly changing. He doesn't know who the people are going in. So we'll see from day one how it starts. He said he's good at waiting. The island vibes kind of put him in a position that you got to be patient. You have to wait it out. You got to lay low. You have to roll with the punches. So that's a really good aspect for playing this game. And he said he felt, I missed that one. He said he felt misunderstood
He's gonna-
growing up, but he finally
He said
feels,
he's gonna force the house to put pineapples on their
Yeah.
pizza.
oh, no, not in this house. He
Sorry
says
about that. Go ahead.
For most of his life, he felt misunderstood growing up, but he's finally at a place where he feels comfortable and confident. So live your best life.
I just tend to feel like people that are this enthusiastic and like excited, they tend to play really hard and leave really fast. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be likable and I'm sure people are going to like him, but then they're going to be worried like, oh, this guy is like an energy ball. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Or even, I don't want to say this word, but even like a disposable player. Like he's great, he won't be mad about it. Let's throw him on the block. He's a great pawn, and I think he'll
Mm.
suffer from that maybe. Pawn star.
He gave happy to be here vibes
Too
in the
Yeah.
happy.
videos that I saw. Like I'm just excited. I'm gonna be excited to be in the house and on the show and meet all these people, and it's gonna be so fun.
Too
Another one gave
emotional.
me those vibes too. I mean, I'm not there yet, but Rubina gave me what's her name? Kitty Kitty Purr Purr Blue
Blue.
vibes.
Blue.
Oh, that's what Dee said
Dee
earlier.
said the same thing, yeah.
What do y'all think of Chemo?
I I love his energy. I don't think
Yep.
he's going to go far, but I mean,
Nope.
I do
Oh,
love his
savage.
energy. He reminds me of a mix of like Kevin from B. Oh, thanks, Mark. Thanks for like getting up in the middle of while I'm talking. That's great. Thank you.
You're supposed to carry it while he's gone. Keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
well, he's like a mix of it's like a mix of BB11 Kevin and like Tommy Bracco from Cliff season. That's what I kind of think of. I think of like the flamboyant, energetic. You know, I
Oh
think
yeah.
I hope he's not going to be annoying. I hope he's like balanced with his energy, but
Same.
I'm hoping that like he's gonna be like the saving grace. Like if I'm just completely pissed off with this entire cast, which I feel like eventually I'm going to be pissed off with at least somebody. He's going to like be the one.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the one to like
Good old.
make it a little bit better. And then I say this going back, and then like he ends up being the one that pisses me off. 'Cause that's how my life works. No, but I hope he's as nice as he is in the previews. I don't think he's going to go far, but he does give off happy to be here vibes, so it's not like he probably is an influencer. It says he's 35. He kind of looks like he's 25. I don't know if he's gonna like leverage his age a little bit and lie about it. I mean, 35. I mean, I wouldn't be ashamed to be 35, but I'm just going off a tangent here. Yeah, you should probably listen to the videos, Tasha. That might help.
Or you could get an Ed summary, which will be much more detailed than the actual video. With that said, what do you think, Ed?
Oh dear.
What do I think of Chemo?
Chemo. Yeah.
He's well, my initial first time, because I saw a video before I'm doing this panel, and when I first saw it, I liked him. He became my front runner after seeing 8 profiles, the 8th profile, because he was at least a character that popped off the screen, right? That he would be good for the camera. But I agree with Ma. I don't think he's long for the game. He's happy. He's good. He'll want to get along. All these things that might make him a pliable ally, or maybe not even an ally, like a vote. I guess it's not even. He's not even your ally. He's your expendable vote.
That's a factor. It's a factor of like whether you're gonna
And
get
that keeps
mad.
you. And that can keep you around for a while, being the expendable vote. That can keep you
Do you remember
around.
how like Mama Fee bullied her way to not get on the block a few times?
Everybody
Like,
remembers that.
she scared people into not putting her on the block.
Well, not that he would use a scare tactic, but more of a
No, but
emotional
but my
plea. But
No, that wasn't even my point. My point was like based on people start to play each other's personalities and they're
Yeah,
like, okay, I can always put a chemo on the block. I can always put a Britney on the block.
he's
I
that
can always
person.
put like, yeah, that person where they're like, you know what, he's gonna smile and agree. And then we have our main target, but if he goes, he goes. Like that type of thing.
That's exactly who Kimo.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. You just summed up in my mind what I was trying to verbally say. That is Kimo. That is Kimo, the player, is exactly what you just said. He is your pawn. He is your
The
expendable
perpetual
vote.
pawn.
Yeah, that's exactly who. He's your Victoria. Whatever you want to, whatever adjective you want to use to describe
Victoria.
this dude
I think so.
in that way, that's what he is to me.
He
I
might
don't see him as
He's your
anything, but that might get him far in the game. So
yeah, he might get far
because
like
he's still nice, he's still a
might
good person.
he might get
Yeah.
far just because he's like the Bowie Jane
second.
Victoria type player or Big Billy
Exactly.
type player.
You're
Like
nailing it.
Yeah,
as
he's just
long as I don't make
smiling.
any
It's
enemies, I
okay.
can't get on the block. Like that's
They come to you and he's gonna be in the diary room like, I know I'm not going home, so I'm
Yeah.
just
Why
doing
do
this
they
for the
keep putting me on
team.
the block?
Yeah.
He's gonna cry. Why do they keep putting me on the block? They don't respect me. I
Cass,
want to
what do you
get
think of
out of
Chemo?
here. That's my thoughts on Chemo. I thought he was my best pick after 8, but now that's what I think of Chemo. How much has it changed in an hour? Who knows? That's
So
ridiculous.
basically, there's people in the game that are in the driver's seat and people in the passenger seat. That's
He's
what
a
it is.
passenger. He's in the
So
back seat.
he's in the it seems that way. Like that would be
the
my
passenger of the
my
clown
guess for
car.
him too.
There's this
Hey,
channel
what's
that
up, Andrew?
there's this channel that I watch called Matt and Jess Carter, and like when they review a bunch of stuff, but also Big Brother, and like they whenever somebody does a stupid move, they're like, this person's driving the clown car, and I always love that.
Well, that's my thoughts on Chemo. But he does look younger than he is. I don't know if he's going to be in a showmance. He said that he was homosexual. I don't know if anybody else on the cast is. I don't know if anybody else revealed when they were doing their interview that I saw. So I don't
Not
think
that
he's
I
going to
saw.
have a showmance. I don't know if he might be able to connect with these ladies and get and be part of a girls alliance. Maybe because I don't think he'll bro out either.
Yeah, he does seem like he will connect better with the girls than the guys. I mean, I
And
didn't
might
want to
even
say that
work
because
with
that's
them.
a gay
Yeah,
stereotype, but like, you know,
it happens on the show. It really does.
But I see him as expendable either way to all parties. That's what I'm getting at. That's sorry, Chemo.
Yeah.
Lisa, I mean, I'm gonna let you get into Leah, but blah is what I thought when I was watching her thing. But go ahead.
No, I agree. I have Leah, 26 years old from Miami. She's a VIP cocktail server.
Wow.
She said too that she'll determine her strategy when she gets in the game. She wants to play up her social game to win hearts, which most of them are saying. Um, she said she has a strong female energy and she will be underestimated. She wants to develop strong relationships and she's excited and she's excited and she's excited. And
Nice.
she will,
And it sounded how you're saying it too, actually,
yeah, right?
just like that.
Just like she's just so excited. I'm just so excited. And she will naturally manipulate people without them knowing, which kind of doesn't sit well with me. I don't think she's that capable.
I don't see any of that. I don't. But
Yeah.
Does it specify how? Yeah, because if it's sex appeal versus other ways, it's different.
Yeah,
I
like Big
didn't like
Brother's
it
different than
wasn't
working for tips. So
yeah, and the way she was speaking, there was no conviction to it that made it sound like any of these things were realistic. I was
no.
just like,
Yeah.
cast filler. I can't really. I don't see her going far in this game.
Me
Yeah,
either.
me neither. Okay.
However, I compared her to Meg. If you remember who Meg is, Mark, and the chat out there
Well, Mark
panel,
hasn't been watching that long.
Egg.
yeah. Well, Meg was on season 17, and if anybody's familiar with Big Brother, then and you know Meg, that's who I instantly compared her to right off the bat. And I hope it doesn't go like that, but I'm getting Meg vibes, big time Meg vibes. Anyway,
And who's
go ahead.
Caitlin Herman? Who's Caitlin Herman?
Oh,
Do
Caitlin.
y'all
Oh,
know?
yeah, she was from Cliff's. No, not Cliff's season. She was from
BB20, the season
20
prior.
Tyler season, yeah, or
Casey,
Casey's.
Oh, I
Excuse
know
me.
who that is
Yeah.
now. Yes, I do know who that is.
the
Yep,
one who lost
She
the
I did.
couldn't put
puzzle,
the
the
puzzle
like 3 or
together.
4
Yeah.
puzzle.
Yeah, she couldn't put the
Matt,
puzzle together.
I
She's
think
an
she came
idiot.
back on Cliff season to like host like a comp. Think. I think that's what you're thinking of. But yeah, she was
Okay, so I
literally.
guess what do you think of Leah, Lisa?
That's it. Same thing. I don't think she's
Okay,
gonna go very far.
okay,
I
so
don't
now let's go on to
think
Lisa.
let's move on. Okay, Lisa.
Let's go on to Lisa.
I wish I liked her more, but but here we go. She's 33. She's from Los Angeles, and she's a celebrity chef.
Yeah.
Um, so um,
Hmm,
she says
celebrity
she's
chef.
yeah. She says she's
Famous.
the best. She's the boss babe. She's in it to win it. She says she's going to play a dynamic game. She's going to play it, treat it like it's a job, which makes sense. That's a good idea. She wants to build trust with people, but keep her ears open and collect information. To me, she kind of she wants to use her cooking to win people over, which doesn't always matter in the house. She's super confident
So,
in her abilities to win. She says she has a fantastic personality, and that's what's going to help her get far. She's going to stay
so
cool, fun,
humble.
and friendly at first, right? And then she's going to use a more opinionated strategy as the game goes on. Personally, I think she like snaps back and forth from these two different personalities. Like she's like
Yeah.
OMG, and then she's like I'm going to have very intellectual conversations. So I don't know. I can't really feel her out. I'm not a big fan from the start. I wish I was because she has a cool name. But that's all.
You know what? I think
I,
she's gonna be like one of those prove me wrong people, to be honest. Because I look at someone like her and and listen to how she was talking in the interview, and I'm like, oh yeah, she's just gonna come in there and be arrogant, and then her personality is gonna be so loud and strong, and they're gonna get her out. Then she gets in the house, and you're like, who is this person compared to who I saw in the interview? So
Right?
she's
She
kind of
might be.
borderline for me. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
she
might
might
be
be like an
caught up in
early
the
out, or she
kitchen.
might be someone who, yeah, who goes far.
Yeah.
I said
Oh,
she's
What do
either
you got,
gonna
Ed?
entertain me or she's gonna annoy me
Go
like
ahead,
Bowie
Kath.
Jane.
I can see that.
That's Ma's friends. Do not slander Bowie Jane on this channel.
hey, that's Cam's friend, not my. I was the
Y'all
one.
were featured together.
And in the little interview thing, she was like, she kind of creeped me out. Like I was like, is she AI? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I twist.
I'm like, she is not real.
She AI.
Exactly. Cooking doesn't always work. I
I mean,
agree.
the circle did it, so
Yeah,
it's possible.
especially if all you cook is avocado
Max.
toast. Ooh, nobody wants that.
Cook. Cam needs to be on here to show us how it's done with the cooking.
Oh God.
I like
Where's
how
that?
there's. Yeah, Dee said she was bipolar, which I mean, I don't want to die. That's like some. I don't want to diagnose something that serious, but I do see some signs of that, and if that is the case, if she is bipolar, then I think Big Brother needs to do a little bit better on their mental health screenings. And considering they've had a history with like Sam and BB20 and Paloma and BB24, I feel like they don't do mental health screenings on the show, or at least not in depth. And that's something I feel like
Yeah.
should be a part of the casting process because, your mental health somebody who has already bad mental health should not go on Big Brother whatsoever. And that's why I'm not ever going on Big Brother, because I'm already
Yeah.
a cuckoo crazy person and not the right kind of cuckoo crazy. Like I'd probably erupt on these people. I won't lie. Um but I mean, maybe she's nice. I don't want to like be that negative, not negative to somebody like that. But I also like the fact that she's a chef, a celebrity chef, and then there's another chef. And I really, it's. I'm talking about not being negative, but I secretly am hoping that, that's like cooking comp, and she loses the cooking
Oh,
comp to the other guy.
Oh,
I
for sure.
believe it's Tucker, who is
Yeah.
from Brooklyn, and there is a Brooklyn. I think that's funny. Um,
Mhm.
I'm reading my community posts right now, and one of the comments says, "Looks like they'll need a lot of booze in this house." So I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I really hope I never have to see this cast drunk, especially her. And I'm sorry for that long, annoying tangent. I probably took up a lot of time. Um, but
Fine. All
okay.
right. So let's move on to Mackenzie,
Mackenzie,
22
20,
from Houston.
and she's a construction project manager, which is kind of cool. She says she's a triple threat, social game, mental game, physical game. She's outgoing, she's kind, and she will keep it real. She says that she's going to start out shy. She's going to hide how much she can talk, and she's going to be there for people, and then let her
About that.
personality come out and make the big moves. She's excited to meet people she wouldn't have met outside the house. And she looks sweet, but she's always going to be plotting her next move. So beware.
I think it's hard to fake shy after a while. Like I feel like with this
Yeah.
show, they always think that they can just manufacture this personality that's not really who they are. But then
Mhm.
after a while, it just comes out
I agree. I think they all
situationally.
kind of think about, they forget that it's a 24-hour a day cycle, not just like a 2-hour visit at someone's house. So,
Like some of these Big Brother people, well, it's only a couple of them that I spoke to, but I remember Alyssa Lopez specifically saying that after a while you forget your sense of reality
yeah.
and you forget that the cameras are there. So it's like the first few days, she said that you're like hyper aware of the set and the lights, the microphones, and where all the cameras are. And then once you're in there for a while, you get kind of desensitized to that. And that's when we get these things where we get the be right back screens when we're like, we were just in the middle of this argument or this conversation, and now we have the music and the swirly thing that just drives me crazy for for like it's 90 days this year.
We were in the cheese room.
Yeah, I miss the fish. Or yeah, I miss the fish. I don't like the swirly things because it gives me a little bit of a
I feel like
headache.
it's hypnotizing
With the
It
me
kitten.
or
is.
trying to give me
Yeah.
You
trying to
will
give
pay
me
for more live feeds. You will subscribe to Paramount Plus.
By the way,
I'm
the live
shipping Cam
feed
and
thing,
Mackenzie.
Excuse me?
Sam and Mackenzie.
Em and
I
Mackenzie.
just took a leap right there.
I think
Boom.
He just
okay.
Boom. I
two
dropped
Ed,
it
good looking
right
people.
here on this live. I dropped it right there.
Ed, let me drop some. Let me drop a counter. Let me drop a counter argument. Mackenzie and
Okay.
Matt, they're right next to each other. Their names both
They're
start
right
with
next to each other.
MA. I
Yes, but
think
if
it.
you
I
were to do the Cam and Mackenzie and you split the names like you did in Discord, I think that's going to come up to a better match than
So
Mackenzie and Matt.
hold on.
So there, boom.
Mackenzie, wait. But before we go anywhere, what would Cam and Mackenzie be called, and what
Yeah.
would Mackenzie and Matt be called? What would be their ship hashtag?
Commenzi.
Comenzi, and
Oh, you already
then
thought
Commenzi.
of it. You've been thought of it. Okay, it's in your notes. I thought that was
Matt.
gonna
And
be a
Matt.
trick question.
And Matt.
Yeah, their ship name
Oh
is
my.
just Matt. You
Yeah,
know.
that's hard. Yeah.
And Matt.
Another MA. I
McMatt.
got you.
So
McMatt.
there. So
Hashtag Matt.
there. Boom. I
McKenzie.
shipped
That
it
means
here
Matt
first.
McKenzie.
Everybody jump on that ship. Put a thumbs up in the chat if I got a ship right there of
Guys,
Cam
put a
and
thumbs
Mackenzie.
down in the chat if
What did
you
you say,
don't agree with
Kaminsky?
that. Put
Did
a
you say
thumbs down
Kaminsky?
in the chat.
Come on, thumbs in the chat.
Thumbs
Come on.
down in the chat. No, Mark, stop
Come on, thumbs up in
encouraging
it. Come
this
on, don't be afraid, chat. Thumbs up.
No,
Don't be afraid. Thank you, Colleen.
Mackenzie.
Colleen, no, Colleen, I trusted you.
Come on, where are you at, Tasha? Did you leave already? There's
Dee!
D.
So
Thank
Ed,
you,
why did you
D.
leave me? Why did you leave
Guys.
me high and dry when I said is Cam single? Like we're not
No,
all
I
thinking
didn't.
that
I
Cam
said
would be
Cam is he's one of the good ones, man.
he'd
He's
be
one of
an
the better
eligible
ones.
bachelor, right?
Well, you know what?
Yeah, I
Time
think
will
him and
tell.
Mackenzie are gonna. I think that's who I'm shipping this season. Cam
Tasha,
and Mackenzie.
Tasha, put a thumbs down. Put a
Thumbs
thumbs
up,
down.
thumbs up,
No,
Tasha.
no, no,
Thumbs
no,
up.
no.
Okay,
Cam and
some people
Mackenzie. That's
agree
who we're
with you,
shipping
Ed.
this season.
No, it's
Right off the
Matt
bat.
and Mackenzie. No. I
Okay,
like
wait.
how. What if Mackenzie actually like goes up for somebody like Tucker or Kendrick?
Well, anyway,
What if
because
you
I'm
go for
the one who
Joseph?
declared it first. You guys can go
I'm shipping
next.
Mackenzie and
I
Joseph.
declared it on my own
heard it
YouTube
first.
channel hours ago.
What if it's
okay?
an even?
I'll have to watch that then.
What
if
if
you
it's
did,
an
then
even
I'll
bigger plot
retract.
twist, though?
Okay, but hang on a second. Do we only know for sure that Brooklyn is the only one in a relationship?
I
Did
thought there was
anyone
a,
else
Did
bring
you-
any?
did y'all
Angela
see-
has children. I think.
Oh,
Yeah, that's here nor
oh,
there.
she was like, I wasn't thinking of Angela.
No, I
Thank
haven't
you,
even married.
Tasha.
She, I
Thank
know
you.
I know she has kids, but I don't know if she's married, Angela.
Thumbs down. Come on, Tasha.
I have an announcement. Tasha just became my favorite person in the Discord. Screw all
But
of
that's
you.
Here we go.
mean, Tasha.
You all suck. Except for Tasha.
Angela
Who do you
and
got?
Ken-
Angela and
my final
Kenny.
two.
Stop.
What
Stop.
if,
Angela
what
and
if there's
Kenny.
like a
Angela,
There is no such thing as love at 50. Come on.
what if there's a bigger
love
plot
boat.
twist and like
The senior
Cam's like
love boat.
I like him mature and he goes for like Angela or something.
see, right?
Or what if Chemo turns him out?
Oh,
Keto.
Kate, I can't think of two things that sound clever with those two names.
There's
Cam
the
Chemo.
thumbs up. Thank you, D.
D, stop.
that's so funny.
That's more than what you put up, Tasha. So there.
Mackenzie is hot.
Hey.
Though. Her picture
All right,
didn't
Lisa,
do her
let's get on
justice.
to Matt. Let's get on to
He
Matt.
did that just to spite me.
Let's do it.
Oh, what does anybody? What do you think of Mackenzie there, Cassie?
With the cute assy.
I mean, she wasn't really saying much, but
Nobody
she is
was
really
saying
hot.
Well, that's what I mean. We're not talking about what she had to say.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was about to
she's
say
just
Ed
gonna
is
be
wasting
shipped
more
to Cam,
time, but I
that's all.
forgot that
Yeah.
Cass's notes are like two words apiece. So
I don't have any notes at all, so she's doing better than me if that's the case.
Well,
I wrote
you
a
know,
bunch of notes for my favorite person on here.
Oh,
Okay,
is
the
it Cam?
the suspense is killing me.
Well, if
but
it's the
we'll-
No, we
last
haven't-
dude, then that's my
haven't gotten to
favorite
them
dude
yet.
too. So
We haven't gotten to
Aw.
my
now
favorite
this
yet.
the thing about D was we were talking to D about this before, and D was talking about Mackenzie having a strength in the fact that she is in the construction world, that she always hangs out with guys, that she might
That's
be able
true.
to make different connections, and people might see her strong like that. So I don't know, maybe there's a chance she can like hook onto a good alliance and make it somewhere, and even win a comp or two to help
Power
them.
player for sure.
Yeah, right? Okay, Matt, here we go. Matt's 25. He's from Roswell. He's a tech sales rep. He has the perfect balance of competitor and social game. He says he has a big personality, which I can tell. It feels like it. He wants to, this is good. He wants to lean on his strengths, but be aware of his weaknesses.
that is good.
Talk about a bumper sticker.
I like
there,
that,
but
yeah.
I think it's a great way to go into
Yeah,
this
it does.
game.
Yeah.
He wants to befriend the older players because they're better, and he wants. He says he's the take me home to mama kind of guy. So he knows that people at face value are going to assume he's not the nicest guy, maybe conceited, but he's excited to turn that around because that's not at all how he is. Apparently, he always gets along with the older people. He says he also wants to find a game mom, like a Karen or an Angela in this
Interesting.
situation. And he says he wants to fall in the middle somewhere. He's going to actually throw comps if necessary to lay low. Sorry, guys. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, y'all.
Oh,
What do you think of Matt?
Matt is going to be in a
Yeah.
relationship with
Matt.
Mackenzie.
It cut out for me. What did you say?
I said Matt is going to be in a relationship with Mackenzie.
Oh, you just were reiterating what you already said. I got you.
Well, it needs to be reiterated until Ed gets it through his thick mind. Joseph's gonna be the first two, and
Matt.
Matt and Mackenzie are going to be together. You see her in a showmance with Cedric. No, I don't see that.
Oh,
No.
I thought he was
I
saying
don't see
Matt and
that either.
Cedric. I was like, whoa.
I thought so too. I thought that was a combination of
Oh yeah,
names.
Matt X Cedric, guys. Put a heart in the chat. I don't know.
That actually would be cute if
Is
it
I
this
don't
guy
see
the
could
mama's
happen.
boy?
You see that too, Louis?
Was this the mama's boy kind of guy?
Yeah, Matt. Yeah,
Okay.
I like Matt.
He seems pretty cool, but it seems like
Yeah.
he's there for like it seems like he's there for like the showmates. It doesn't seem like he's gonna play hard at the game.
I kind of, I kind of get that too.
Don't die,
It might be
Mom.
stereotyp. I know, right? It might be stereotypical, but that's kind of what I get from him, also. And the person where they're like, we should be. It's like I said this in the Discord. Like the default person when you don't have anyone to target for a specific reason. You know how they always look for someone to make a mistake or say something.
Mhm.
Like he looks like if you don't have a person, oh, Matt could be a threat. Matt is the biggest threat in the game.
Oh,
I can see
yeah.
that being
His name
him.
is also
But
Matt. That's a threat name. It's a big threat name.
Well,
we did have a Matt finish in second.
Yeah.
he gets voted out the second he, if he doesn't win the HOH, then he's voted out. The second he loses the HOH, when he can't compete, he's out. They're
I
going to
think
just
he'd
get
be a
him
top
out.
four out.
They're just
I
going to
think
get
he
him
could be
out.
a top four out.
I don't know. I see him kind of making it far. I also see him making an alliance. I feel like he's gonna make a Pretty People's Alliance with Mackenzie, his girlfriend, and a couple of other pretty.
You mean Cam? But Cam is okay.
Well done.
Right.
Okay.
Or Quinn, maybe.
Nah, Quinn's a wild card.
Speaking of Quinn,
Yes. Quinn is a wild card.
Yes.
And yeah, speaking of Quinn, Lisa,
I like Quinn though. I like him
I
a
like
lot.
Quinn too,
I like
same.
but I thought Quinn was a
we're gonna get
woman.
into Lisa's summary of Quinn.
Okay, we'll let Lisa talk
Everyone did.
Thanks.
before our kids come and interrupt her.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we have Quinn, 25 years old from Oklahoma. He's a nurse recruiter. He's super athletic. He describes himself as a rat in a cage kind of guy, but he also says there's 4 different kinds of players. There are snakes, rats, frogs, and doves. No idea what that means, but he says he's the rat. He'll only lie, cheat, and steal if he has no other options. He kind of wants to play an honest, easy game. He wants to, this is cool, good strategy. He wants to align with the more emotional players and get close to them.
That is
so that
good.
later on in the game, they'll be too sad to let him go, that they'll just want to hold on to him, which is smart. And he wants a couple of fun named alliances and then stab them all in the back.
So,
Ooh.
Ouch.
what? This is so interesting. What is a rat in a cage kind of guy? What does that mean?
That's a Smashing Pumpkins lyric.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But what does it mean though?
I don't know. Ask Smashing Pumpkins.
It's like I just know the
I
lyrics.
don't know. I meant to look it
Indian.
up actually. I meant to look up like what that could mean. I imagine like a rat doesn't belong in a cage. It's a busybody, digging, sniffing,
Yeah, they
finding,
go crazy.
searching, menacing.
Why
but
is
it's
a
stuck in
rat
cage.
better than a snake? What makes a rat better than a snake and a frog and a dove?
Well, he said I can see a snake being more manipulative, and he says he doesn't really want to play like that.
Yeah, maybe snakes are more like
Maybe.
attack, like they're
It
more
feels
He
like
would
this
scare
feels
me.
like a personality quiz thing, like the
He
animology
would
test.
scare me just
Yeah.
because I don't
The-
understand the way he
and
thinks.
doves
That
are
would just
probably like
scare me and
really
intimidate me.
soft.
And that's another thing too, because he thinks on a different level. Will he be able to connect with anyone else in the house? Is he going to have to play that Vanessa game, that power floater game where he has to, jump to the power? Because I mean, this guy is a
Never
dual
heard that
Olympic
phrase.
athlete. He's a dual
Power
Olympic
floater.
athlete.
Olympic.
So-
I thought it was just collegiate. Where did you get
Oh,
Olympic from?
Oh, I thought that's what he said in his bio. I'm
He said
sorry.
collegiate. No.
Okay, but
I think if
collegiate.
we're in the
Excuse me.
Olympics,
Then never
would it
mind.
be
That's a
here?
different. That's a different level. Then never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
That was being
Very good.
dramatic.
That
But
could be
still,
anything.
I mean,
though.
but that's still better than a lot of other people. A lot of people don't get to be dual collegiate athletes.
I think
so-
he's a fencer. That's my bet.
Oh well, if that's one of them, then and the other one's darts or whatever, then I guess you got me.
Darts.
But it depends. I mean, I'd like to see him in action, though. I mean, I think that his look is unassuming. I think that that people may overlook him because of it. That he could, how it's hard for some people to go under the radar or to get the heat off of him, right? But I think that this person is able to do that just off of the first impression. I think that if he can hold back enough, if he can just hold back enough, he might do well and then turn it on towards the end. He could Ian it out or something,
This is not a player comparison because I don't think this player is like him, but just in terms of him saying, I'm going to fight it out with the emotional players so that they don't vote me out. I think of an Xavier because he was aligned with a Tiffany, a Big D was in his final two, like an Azza, and then people earlier on like a Christian and an Alyssa. He had so many people around him that had so many different emotions going on, and it seemed like he used all of them as shields, and then he used Kylan to get out Tiffany, and then he used Big D to get out Kylan. So that can be like a really good strategy of aligning yourself with the people that are going to make big dramatic moves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, hear me out on this one, and deep plug your ears. But if anyone's familiar with BB Canada, Kevin Martin kind of comes.
We debate about Kevin Martin all day.
Right? He comes to mind in a sense that he preyed on the weak as well.
Johnny Bananas of Big Brother Canada.
Quinn reminds me of the boys I was friends with in high school.
Quinn reminds me of my
Really? That makes so much sense. More on that in the Discord breakdown afterwards.
Yeah, you guys are missing a lot if you're not in the Discord. But if you probably do join the Discord, you'll probably leave immediately because then,
you won't understand what's going
on. Ultimate wild card.
I'll randomly post something from Adult Swim, and then nobody's gonna get it, and then they'll leave the server because they're some 38-year-old person who only cares about BB, and then I scare them away.
I never left. Sounds like you're describing me a little bit there.
Well, you're not 38, are you? You're going to be 40. Speaking of, Lisa's birthday is in less than an hour, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Less than an hour.
Sure is.
Well, 2 for me.
And the gift for her is that Big Brother starts the day after.
Lisa's time zone is the one that matters since it's her birthday, Cass. Your time zone will matter.
She's going to be young to me. She's still going to be a year younger.
She'll still be young to you.
That's right.
She's going to move to your
That's so
time
good.
zone
That's
for
good.
an hour.
That's what I'm going to do. At 12:01, I'm going to talk to you for 59 minutes. Okay, Cass?
Nice.
Yay.
Make myself feel better.
And then call Colleen. Just keep moving back to time.
Colleen will show up.
I'm just going to have a
right
40th birthday.
And then if anybody hears from Hawaii, or she's going to call Chemo from Hawaii because Hawaii is 6 hours, so she'll just talk to him for 6 hours.
Yeah.
True.
I respect all time zones. Heads up.
Yeah,
Oh, James
guys,
back
gotta
in
respect
Australia.
the time zones. Mark does not respect time zones. Anybody who's new to the channel, Mark does not respect time zones.
Right? Okay. Well, oh,
So
Sammy,
Rabina's quite a character, though. Rabina.
thanks, Sandra.
Recruit. She is
Okay,
such
we
a
doing
recruit.
Rubina?
Yep.
Okay, Rubina, I have next to nothing on her. By the way, she's 35. She's from LA. She's an event bartender. I can't even get through this one. She has a big sis energy. She's gonna have a strong social game. She's mildly competitive, but I don't want a target on my back. She's gonna be the one that like brings you into her family. So she's gonna love you, but she's also gonna keep it real. And she wants to. Her strategy is just to be herself, be funny, and use her big personality. Which I don't think any of that's gonna work. But
She definitely gave Blue to me. Everything, like
yeah,
just watching the way she
Very much.
sounded and just her mannerisms. It was just one of those. Hey, I'm
Kiki
happy to
purse.
be here and on TV, and I'm just gonna be fun and bubbly and have a good time, and then go on TikTok afterwards. I don't know if she's a TikToker, but I just get the feeling that she might be.
So you guys got the same energy too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's almost exactly word for word how I felt about her. Definitely influencer, blue vibes, just happy to be here. That's kind of all I got from her.
Yeah.
I didn't get that much beyond that, which probably makes me think she's just a recruit here for clout. You know.
It screams that absolutely.
Right.
That's exactly the vibe I'm getting. She
I was
seems
just
cool
hearing.
though. She seems
I was just
cool.
hearing
yeah.
Kitty Kitty purr every time she spoke.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, yeah, she seems
Purse
cool.
boot down.
I,
Yeah, it seems
but I
like a
also
nice
think that she
person,
might get
but
into an
I
alliance
think
early.
she's gonna be there until they don't want her to be there. That's what I think.
Probably.
So let's move on.
Want to do Takor?
We got two left.
Decor.
Okay,
I
Takor.
like her.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Definitely gonna be final five. I get that energy.
I think so. I think so. Okay, so she is 23 from Chicago and originally London, which is a really cool accent. She's a crochet business owner, but she's a sociologist by trade.
Yeah.
So she's really good at reading people and she's going to use it to her advantage. She said she's going to put on a positive and bright persona, but she's also very competitive and combative, which might not go over well.
Yeah, Devon.
Right? So she said she's going to use her undercover wits and stay naive so people don't really know how smart she actually is. And she's looking forward to all facets of the game. My opinion, I think she's going to be a good final six, final five. Floating.
Yeah.
Definitely in the jury, unless something happens.
Do that.
And I think it'll be easy for her to not be a target, if you know what I mean. Easy for
She sounds like she's originally from like UK, right?
Yeah, London.
I don't
Yeah.
think that she's going to be able to hide being smart. I think that she sounds smart when she speaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely see like Hannah, final six or something,
Hannah's a
first
good
juror out or
similarity.
second juror out, and people thinking like I need to align with her because she is smart, but I can't let her get too far because she's too smart. I could see that
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Unless she's
Yeah, I
stealing
don't.
by accident. There's bigger targets, maybe.
You said that she was from both Chicago and London, but neither of those cities are what's on the
No, I said
screen
she has
Atlanta.
an
Yeah.
accent.
It's just
I said her
Atlanta.
accent sounds like she's from London.
She was originally from London, and then something about Chicago and Atlanta. I have a lot of different cities because in these bios they say they were born in whatever state, but now they're in this state. So I don't know.
She's well traveled at 23.
Yeah.
Because if you've got two different cities and this is a third one on the list here, then I mean that's a lot of places to live. I'd expect.
Yeah.
She's been in different continents. That's something. She's seen a wide range of people. I like her. I think she's someone that can go far. I don't think she can win though. She's the kind of she's like Vanessa, right? I mean, I don't know I mean, only in this regard, is that that she might get you there, but she can't get herself there. She might get a couple people with her there, but she can't get herself. I mean, she'll be out before she can get herself there. Like Vanessa, she couldn't get herself to the end. She couldn't. She almost did, but she couldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that she's that good at the comps and that strategic or any of that other stuff. So I don't even know if she's a fan or not of the game. I have no idea.
That's true. I didn't really even notice that part in any of the interview for her about her being a fan of the game.
I think that kind of, I mean, not that you have to be a super fan, but I think that you should have some working knowledge of the game to. It can only help. You know what I mean?
I will play devil's advocate, because when Hannah came onto the show in Big Brother 23, she said she was a super fan. And then when I spoke to her in my interview, I said, "Oh, how long have you been a super fan?" And she said, "I binged all 22 seasons in 3 months before the show."
Wow.
And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Wait, you watched 22 seasons in 90 days? That's crazy." And then came on as a super fan. So, and also I'll make arguments about what Taylor, like there's been people in these last few seasons that barely know the game that are like, "Oh, I just watched 3 seasons or 2 seasons," and then somehow they just use their social prowess to get themselves to whatever point.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible is what I'm trying to say.
No, I see that vibe because I think that she's a social type of player. I think she'll be able to connect with a lot of the people in the house. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people. And I think that they'll probably bounce the people that she doesn't connect with. It depends on how influential she is, or is she the one driving the car, or is, like we said earlier, the seat of the car? That I don't know yet.
One other thing I want to say,
I don't know.
That's one other thing that I was gonna say was, like, thinking of Mimi from last year. I had such high hopes for where Mimi was gonna go based on, her profession. She's really smart. I thought she'd be really influential because she's like, "Oh, I make policies in Washington." So I'm like, okay, she's gonna be somebody
the bio was great.
Like,
yeah,
smart and strategic and this and that. But then she didn't win anything. And then she also got annoyed with everybody and just was like, "You want to sit around with Mama Free all day and talk about how much these people suck." I was like,
Yeah.
We ain't diddy bopping.
I had to go find something.
Diddy bopping.
It's like, this is all way too much. It's so stupid.
It's weird seeing that, like, while it's weird seeing that in StreamYard.
Oh God, Jesus! I know you you were just way too stingy with the common sense. You needed to disperse it a little better because these people.
She could be that, or she could be somebody who's good with melding and meshing with those people. So we'll see.
Scared me.
But I like her though. I like the vibe I got from her interview.
Potential.
For sure.
And she's young. She's young. She's like the second youngest person on that board, right?
No,
third youngest. Excuse me.
There's a lot of young people that are close to my age.
There's a lot of young people actually on this cast.
No,
the 30s are dominating.
Yeah.
It's very dispersed.
Meals.
Bunch of 25s.
Not bunch of, I see like 3 25s. Okay.
That's a lot.
And the 25s.
Is that enough to bond over? I don't think so.
No. Let's make a 25 alliance, guys. Come on.
Doesn't look as like a bondish cast like that, hopefully. And I hope there's no half house alliance on the first day. The whole half of the house against the other half of the house. Remember Riley's alliance that had 8 people?
14-person alliance.
Yeah. We got to vote with the house.
You're out.
That was like, No, that was every single week. It felt like it was just a house vote, house
It
vote,
was a
house
group
vote.
vote.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Every
there were
like
like only 2 votes the entire season where like
they were not unanimous.
Any
yeah,
dissension?
and one of them was Sari not voting against
Matt.
against
Oh
her
no,
Jared.
not
son.
Matt. Who was it?
Red, I think. No, well,
Red.
Mm.
It could
it
have
was
been Red.
red. It was the red vote, and there was the Jared vote, and the Jared vote only because his mom didn't want to vote him out.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was it.
I
Right.
knew he
The
was going
entire
anyway,
season.
but
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the unanimous part when we were initially talking about that earlier. But now it's all coming back to my head, and I'm feeling raged again.
just as
Unanimous,
skipping
unanimous.
Cedric and
Please, no
Shakur.
more unanimous unanimous this
I
season.
can
I'm
actually
going to
see that.
scream.
Cedric and Decor.
That's an interesting one.
Who's shipping that?
We need
Tasha.
we need like we need one of those persons.
Tasha.
We need somebody
Okay.
who throws like a rogue vote, like a hinky vote. I think they're called. I want
Yeah,
one of those people who
early
just
on,
throws out
early
votes.
on. Yeah,
Mhm.
like those
Yeah.
people who are just like, you know what? I agreed to vote for this person, but I'm just gonna throw this other person in there just for kicks and giggles, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna tell anybody. And then the whole house is like, who voted against what we said? Who's the traitor
Yeah,
amongst us?
I want one of those to be. I want somebody to be that person.
I
Come on.
literally knew that was
That's
your
true,
only reason,
Tasha.
Tasha.
Yeah.
Like you shipped Kenny and Angela, and then you and you shipped Cedric and Takor. Like, let me just look at
It's
their
Cam
ages.
and
They're very
Mackenzie. I don't see how everybody doesn't see that.
No, because it's Matt and Mackenzie. God damn you.
No, but if you put Cam and
No,
Mackenzie in that
no,
name
if you're
splicer
watching
that
this
you
on the
no.
do, then
replay,
it's
comment
gonna
either one
win.
of those.
No, Ed, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Well, we're gonna find out, I guess, after this.
Oh,
On
I'm
Big
excited
Brother.
to find out.
So we have our
Anyway, I guess we
second.
got one more guy left,
No,
Tucker.
we have our
Yeah.
second to last person because we have a mystery
Yeah.
person that's gonna come up
Oh,
after.
come on. It's Willie Hands. Everybody knows it. Come on.
17.
Willie,
Sorry to
Willie.
spoil it.
All right, Lisa, take us home with Tucker.
Let's see. We got Tucker. He's 30 years old. He's from Brooklyn. He's a marketing and sales executive. He says he has what it takes as the youngest brother in a big family, a very super competitive family. This was interesting to me. He has been bullied and has also been the bully in the past. His life has been a big, giant mental, physical, and emotional comp, and he's kind of taking that lightheartedly and using those to his advantage. He's confident to win as long as he makes it past the first couple of weeks, because he thinks he might be in trouble in the beginning. He likes to use humor to simmer down the house. He is also a chef, so if Lisa's gone, he can cook. And he wants to cook with people one on one to build relationships with them while they make food. He says he'll be a fun fly on the wall, but he might let it out like Brett did. And he says he's lived so many walks of life before. He's been a little bit of everything. Like I said, the bully and the bullied, and he's also been the jock and the theater geek at the same time. It'll be hard for him to stab people in the back, but he won't shy away from it. However, it has to be done.
I relate to this dude so much. I mean,
That
pretty-
description
I
is
do
what gets
too.
you to the final five. I'm just saying. This guy's going far.
it's because of people like him don't do well. So,
Me too, Tasha.
but I like him so much. I don't. I'm trying to look at the board here to see what's going to happen. Is he going to showmance anybody?
It sounds like a dating.
Leah am I going to get a Tucker Leah ship up in
No,
here?
we're not getting any more shit.
Yeah,
We're done.
maybe.
We're done. No,
I
I-
could see that one.
I love Tucker. I love him.
Yeah, I mean,
way?
he is.
That's
I
what
can
cast
relate
relating
to his story.
time.
I relate to a story so much.
Really,
he
Edward?
seems to have
Like, you think he's gonna win?
he seems. I mean, the only reason I don't think he's going to win is because everybody's going to see it. You know, they're
Oh,
going to get him
I was
out.
talking to Edward in the
Oh.
chat that said his
Oh,
money's on Leah.
Sorry.
Yeah, was that Leah for the
Go
win?
ahead.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
was
I
just
just
saying
wanted
that this dude is. I think everybody's going to be able to recognize at least midway through that he's too big a threat to keep in the game. You know what I mean? They're just going to see it. They're going to. He wants to be subtle, but he's not going to. He's not going to be subtle enough because everybody else is going to not. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I think he's the best player to not win the game. You know, and I'm saying that off of a 3-minute interview.
Right?
But I
you have
liked
a
it. I
lot
mean,
of
he came
analysis for all
across
these people.
great, and I resonated with his story. He came across great. You know, there's nothing to not like about him. I'll let somebody else talk.
He's gorgeous.
You can
He's
tell
perfect.
Edwards with
Well, let's
dated
not
I
let
guess
for
that
sure.
too.
I'm just gonna talk about his looks. Okay. Yeah, I already said my piece though. I think he's gonna outcook Lisa. I think he's gonna outplay Lisa.
Oh,
I
for
think he's
sure.
gonna outlast Lisa.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh.
Or
What's with all this
Lisa, are
Lisa
you
hate?
okay over there?
No. That's not the Lisa I meant. No, as a winner, I would say Tucker. If not, Tucker looked like he make it to top. See, yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Simmons. I'm calling you Mr. Simmons because if I say Edward, Ed's gonna think I'm
He'll
talking
answer.
about him. Yeah.
No,
Tucker
I mean,
Phil. Yeah, he does
I
have
like
the Riz.
Sasha.
He's got the Riz. What can I say?
Yeah.
Wait, 9 ladies to 7 men? Is that right?
So the eighth person has got to be a man, probably then. Possibly.
It's Willie Hance. I'm telling you, it's Willie Hance.
It's going to be Max or Clyde.
Clyde.
Right.
Remember how they made Sam the robot? It'll be in reverse. They're going to send a
You're
robot
welcome,
in.
Mr. Simmons.
Yeah.
Tucker is my winner pick just because I want to
Kenny.
that to happen.
Just because you want eye candy the
You
entire
have
season.
there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
there's
Screen
no
time
I
possible.
did the same thing with Taylor,
Ed
and
is
look,
like
she won.
Ed is like overly analytic, and Cass is like no analytics. It's like I want this person to win because I like looking at them. It's like
I'm glad to have
Tucker and
you
Cam
on
is
the
my
panel.
final.
I can appreciate a beautiful
Tucker
body
and Cam
too.
is my
Now.
final two.
You appreciate a good assy when you see one.
I do appreciate one, yes.
But I don't pick them to win because of it. Oh man, Cass is killing me.
Mark.
I'm gonna pick you to win.
Yes, he
just
should.
So they
Look
have
at
an
that.
interesting twist.
The
Cass
AI
introduced
twist,
herself.
He
yeah.
can cook
We have an
homemade
interesting
Italian
twist.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still going about this? So they said that the cast actually picks the 17th house guest. So what do you think of that?
How?
That's what it said as the twist. I don't know how. They didn't say. Expect the unexpected.
Well,
I also heard that for the 2-part premiere, half of them are moving in and half of them are moving in the next day.
Any odds on who the first half are?
I couldn't begin to guess.
No, it's probably random. I don't know. What are the odds that there will be a ladies' alliance? What?
Yeah, what do y'all think? You think there's going to be a ladies' alliance?
There probably will be. It won't last like every single other ladies' alliance, but I definitely think.
Yeah, there's always one in theory.
Brooklyn's
they always
try
start saying
something.
that.
There's that one.
If there is something for ladies' alliance, it's definitely going to be Brooklyn cause.
Yeah, Brooklyn's going to try something, and she's going to have to convince.
Hey, Colleen.
Hey, there isn't 9 ladies. I counted, and there's 8. 1, 2, 3.
She's going to have to.
8,
4, 5, 6.
Lisa, I think.
Somebody probably counted.
Yeah,
Quinn.
it is 8 and 8.
Yeah, you probably counted Quinn as a woman.
Ed called Quinn a woman earlier, so I didn't say anything at the time.
Those curls, though. Wish I had those curls.
Ed was like, I think she's gonna be real good in this game.
I mean, but I still like Quinn a lot. That could very well be a winner in this game.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Quinn would be an interesting winner, definitely.
Quinn definitely knows a thing or two based on his bio, based on like his weird ass rat frog whatever analogy.
I'd like to explore this again after the first week.
We'll
To
revisit.
Yeah, can we do this panel thing like more often, not just like like how you
Yeah.
always have Tasha on the traders? How about you have all of us? Or mostly me, because I give the best
Mostly
commentary
me.
ever.
We'll definitely have regular panels. That would be
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Now, hang on. Speaking of Tasha, I just wanted to bring up something that she brought up earlier today. She mentioned an announcement that BB made about the live feeds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
rewind thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
yeah.
starting to edit. So I think they're going like the Canada route where we're going to pretend you have live feeds, but really they're going to be turned off all the time. You can't roll back. But then Mark brought up a good point that there's still people who screen record live time and then post clips and stuff. So that can't be too bad. It just sucks that you don't have the ability to do it on your own.
It does, because sometimes you miss things and you want to see the entire scene instead of just seeing like the little 2-3 minute clips.
It sucks that people can't like live stream the live feeds onto YouTube because then CBS is gonna smack their ass out of here.
Yeah, that was how I got my buzz in the first place, but then they were hating on
Yeah.
my channel for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a strike on this channel for that also, so I will not be posting any live feeds or live feed content at all on this channel. But I will definitely link other channels when I see them put theirs on their demonetized channels.
Good idea. Good
You
plan.
If
gotta
you see a
sacrifice
channel
the
that
money.
is all clips of Big Brother on it, it's not a channel that makes money. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah.
They got strict.
They broke.
They broke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up the live feed rumors. Is it confirmed? Who's that? Ma?
Yeah.
I just checked my setup. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
Okay.
There it
So
is.
I think let's go.
Oh, weird.
Somebody must be running.
Okay, I had to speak. Anyways, I like the cast. It's always hard to say on paper because I think Cass was saying this earlier. Like sometimes you put these people together and you're like, oh, we have all these different personalities and jobs and different strategies, and it's like, oh wow, this was this amazing mix on paper, and then you get them in the house and they're boring
Mm-hmm.
and they're like unanimous votes and all that, like how it was last year. And other times you're like, this is a kind of an interesting mix, and then they give you a lot more than you expected. So
Yeah.
it's always hard to predict, but we are hoping that this season does not drag like last season.
I said that, Mark.
You were talking about it.
That was good.
Do you see a breakout character? Do you see a breakout character in here? Somebody that you would think maybe wouldn't be or may not do well, but actually does? Is there one person that stands out that maybe not win, but do better than you think that they would based off of what we know?
I have no clue.
My person, like Elisa, and also let me see, an underrated person. I guess that might be the person I would say, Elisa, and
Yeah,
maybe
I like
a
that.
Chelsea.
Okay.
I
I'm
can
Well,
see,
so
Okay, I'm muted. Yay!
I have a
the concert is
question.
over.
You have a question. Okay. What's your
I've
question?
got a question. Who does everybody think is going to be the first one to cry?
Oh, that's a
Chemo.
good one.
Chemo.
Yeah,
Aw.
chemo.
Yeah, probably chemo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is almost my shower time. So,
All right.
You gotta wash
She's
your
like, so, well, I gotta go. So I want to thank my panel for being here. I want to thank my co-host Lisa because I was in a jam earlier because I wanted to do this today, but I was like, I just don't have the amount of time I need to actually review these things. So she was like, all right, she got into teacher mode. She
got
got
it
all
together.
her notes. So she gave us our breakdowns and everything. And thanks to my panelists, Ed, Cass, and Ma. And I know
Yay.
that
I think everybody did good,
Except for
everybody did
you,
great.
Ed. You did
except for me.
terrible.
I was
You did,
long-winded.
you,
Yeah.
No way.
yeah, you wouldn't be too good in a debate because the
Oh.
timer would just crush you every
Eh.
time.
Yep.
Timer 3-0. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and I can't wait till Wednesday when we officially start the season, and then we get the lives going, and we get into Big Brother Mania. So, any last
Yeah.
words from my panelists before we go?
No, thanks for having us.
Wait.
I'm so excited to not think about last season anymore.
Yeah. Same.
I'm going to
Rasha
be
says you were
watching about
superb, Ed.
4 or 5 of these house guests closely. Those are the ones I'm going to be following. I'm not going to really reveal them right now. I may have alluded to some of them during our live here, but I'll
Tucker.
be following
Ed,
4 or 5 of them pretty close.
I think you need to quit your job as an accountant and start doing like Taryn, because I think that you would be the best Big Brother analyst of all time
I agree.
if you
No,
did that full
stop.
time for a living.
Yeah,
All right,
Terrence,
you
that's
got
the competition.
All right.
It was
all
fun.
right, everybody.
Can I
Make sure
put
to
some,
like, comment,
wait,
and
can
subscribe.
I put some last words in?
Yeah, you can get some last words in. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Really? I hope that's not some copyrighted thing that they're gonna be like,
I
oh,
know you're going to ruin his
your
whole
whole video
live.
can't be monetized.
Hmm.
Oops.
What's that sound like?
If it does form like a distorted thing off my phone, I will cry. That
Just
no
make it up
way
and
they're
say it
that. No
happened.
way the bonds are that good. Come on now.
We
Happy
know
early
which ones
birthday to
you're doing.
Lisa.
Oh, thanks,
Yay!
All
guys.
right.
It's your
All
birthday.
right.
Hey, Lisa.
It's your birthday.
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone,
right.
make
Bye,
sure to like, comment, and
everybody.
subscribe. The math ain't mathin'. All right. Good
Good
night.
night. Good
Good
night.
night.